Hello, Aries, and welcome to my channel. I am Ivy Rose with Creatively Ivy Rose Oracle Readings. Now, this is a general reading for all of my Aries out there, so it may resonate with you, but it may not. But if it does, please like and subscribe, as it'll help me to pick up on all of your energy for future readings. Now, all of the decks I'm going to be using today are shown here on my table, but they will also be links in the description below where you can find and purchase each one. And I also offer personal readings, so if anybody is interested, the link to my Etsy is also listed below. All right, just a few announcements before we begin. So we are in November. Yay, we've made it another month. And Thanksgiving is coming up. So that being said, for the week of Thanksgiving and a little bit thereafter, I am going to be out of town visiting family. So the beginning of the month, December readings are going to be a little later than I would like. Normally I try to get everything done by the first of the month, but I'm not going to get back until the middle of the first week of December. So I'm going to do my best to have all of the readings for the beginning of December done by the end of that week, okay? Also, that is going to mean that I am closing my shop, or I'm going to put my shop on vacation for the duration of the time that I'm away so that I can spend the time with my family. And yeah, so if anybody would like personal readings, I suggest that you get them done now before I temporarily close down my shop. And I will probably be doing that maybe the middle of the week before Thanksgiving so that I'm not bombarded with a bunch of readings before I actually have to pack up and leave for the week, okay? So, all that being said, I am also going to introduce to you a new form of divination that I have not done in a while, and I'm very, very excited. So, we have some runes here. I have just about every form of divination that you can think of. Well, the main ones anyway. And this was a bag of runes that my mom gave to me a long time ago. She used to use these, and now I use them as well. And I love their energy. So let me know in the comments if this is something that you would like to see more after I pull the runes. And yeah, thank you so much for going on this journey with me. Everything is very experimental as this channel continues to grow and flourish, but I'm so glad that you guys are here with me to share in that, okay? All right, so without further ado, let's begin. So the first deck that I'm going to be using is the Secret Language of Animals. And I haven't used this one in a while either, but I love the energy in this deck. So let's go ahead and pull some cards for you, Aries. All right, universe, spirit guides for the collective. Let us get some beginning messages for Aries. What do we have for Aries? That one almost came up, but I couldn't catch it on time. Anything else? Let's do one more shuffle. Anything else for Aries? All right, I guess that's it. Orangutan, laughter, curiosity, patience, and play. Ooh, I already like the sound of that. Let's see, number 40. Let's see what we have for you, Aries. Come on, number 40, there we go. Orangutan swings into your life with a clear and simple message to bring more play into your day. Amidst the serious stakes, high pressures, and apparent challenges that may at times circle your life, Orangutan brings glorious ability to rise above tension and stress and gain a different view, a wider view from above. Upside down or from a different angle, Orangutan helps us to step back, take a breath, and not take life or ourselves too seriously. There is a power in the perspective that climbing above can bring, in being curious instead of critical, asking questions to find a solution instead of seeking to blame, in choosing to see and expect the very best in ourselves and others, instead of the worst. Orangutan teaches us to smile and even laugh in the face of adversity and glide from branch to branch with grace and ease, instead of clinging to the trunk and fearing a fall or worse. Trusting enough to play with life will awaken your inner strength and open new pathways where once a door seemed closed. Spend time in physical play this week. Move your body, wrestle with a friend, climb a tree or with a child, or dance with a child. Awaken the part of you that sees this life as a great game to be shared and enjoyed by all. Awaken the curiosity of the child within who sees the world as beautiful. Awaken the wise one that knows how best to coax others into play. Swing free and reclaim the power to transcend worlds. It is said that angels fly because they take themselves lightly. Orangutan welcomes you back into earth flight through the laughter of your spirit and the divine gift of play. My soul is bathed in laughter. My heart warmly smiles. My mind and body are at play. Life is a joyous adventure, a gift that I embrace. That's a little affirmation for you to say right now, every day, as often as you want. So if you have to go back so that you can repeat it to yourself or write it down or whatever the case may be. As a matter of fact, here, I'll show it for a second. I hope you guys can see that. Let me know if you can. And yeah, so Aries, it's time for you to embody the energy of playfulness again. It's time to get back in touch with that inner child. You have been working way too hard. You have been working way too hard, and in this survival mode, you have been in this energy of stagnation because you are taking life way too seriously right now. Universe, the energy of the orangutan is here to remind you to allow yourself to swing from branch to branch freely and playfully, okay? Whatever that means for you. Maybe it's playing a video game. Maybe it's going out and playing on the playground with your children and not just watching them play. I'm talking about playing with them. Or singing. It could be dancing. Whatever that is for you, it's time to go ahead and encompass yourself in that energy. Because the more that you stay in this stagnant energy, this energy of taking life too seriously, the less your blessings are going to have room to come in. Because I've said in a few of my readings that let's take a storage unit, for example, okay? You have a storage unit and you fill it with a bunch of junk that you don't want, you don't need, and then you have something really, really nice that you are trying to save, and maybe save for a new apartment or a new home, and you really need a home for it to make sure that it's safe and well for the next part of your journey. Well, you have no room in the storage unit now because it's full of a bunch of junk that you're hanging on to, okay? That junk is that stagnant energy within you that you are carrying because you have this outlook on life right now. Universe wants you to change that, to shift that perspective, start having more fun. All work and no play makes a very dull life, okay? So it's time to kick back, relax, and start to talk to your inner child. Ask your inner child what it wants. That inner child exists, it is there, and it wants to interact with you, but it can't if you do not allow it to do so, okay? If you're stuck on being an adult and all of these adult issues that we're faced with and societal issues and all that kind of stuff, there's no room for your child to play. And when you lose touch with your inner child, a big piece of you dies, and that's not fun, it's not okay, and it's not what the universe wants for you. That is where your creativity comes from. That's where all of these thoughts and epiphanies come from in order to push you in your creative endeavors and in your work, okay? So it's time to start having a little more fun, to play a little more, to laugh a little more, to be the children that we know we are inside. Doesn't matter what age you are, okay? You should always be in touch with that inner child. And now is when it's necessary for the month of November, okay? All right, and next we're going to go ahead and bring out the stone runes. So for anybody who's a little iffy on runes, don't be alarmed. Runes are just stones or crystals or whatever the material is made out of. It has a specific what's the word that I'm looking for? Sign, for lack of a better symbol. There we go, symbol. It has a specific symbol on it, and the symbol relates to a message that you are supposed to receive. Now, these can also have reversal meanings, but do not be alarmed by reversal meanings either. Just like in tarot, it does not mean bad energy. It does not mean something bad. It's just something might be stagnated, something you might have a blockage, and that's just the universe's way of helping you to pinpoint that so that you can grow out of that and grow into something better. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and begin. Universe, let's go ahead and get a rune for Aries. And I do this very similarly to the way that I pull the cards too, meaning that I typically, I don't, of course here I have to, but I close my eyes, I shuffle them with my fingers, and then when the timing feels right, I pick a rune. And here it is. So we are going to see what that means for you, Aries. It came out upright too, so that is good. I mean, all of them are good, okay? I don't want to go back on what I said earlier. And look at this book. Look at how old it looks. I love this. Like this, such great energy from runes. Okay, so we have, ooh, warrior. Let's see. Warrior, victory in battle, a guiding planet or star, the Norse god Tiw. T-I-W. I apologize if I pronounce some of these wrong. Y'all can correct me in the comments below if you want. I'm totally open to being a student here. Whose name survives in Tuesday. Interesting. So, let's see. Page 120. The warrior Tiw, the sky god. This is the rune of the spiritual warrior. Always the battle of the spiritual warrior is with the self. Funding a will through action, yet unattached to outcomes, remaining mindful that all you can really do is stay out of your own way and let the will of heaven flow through you. These are among the hallmarks of the spiritual warrior. Embodied in this rune is the energy of discrimination, the sword-like energy that enables you to cut away the old, the dead, the extraneous. I think that's how you pronounce that. And yet, with the warrior rune comes certain knowledge that the universe always has to first move. Patience is the virtue of this rune, and it recalls the words of St. Augustine that the reward of patience is patience. Here, you are asked to look within, to delve down to the foundations of life itself. Only in doing so can you hope to meet the deepest needs of your nature and tap into your most profound resources. The molding of character is at issue when you draw Tiwaz. Again, bear with me with these names, guys. These are very new to me. Associated with this rune are the sun, masculine energy, and active principle. The urge for conquest is powerful here, especially self-conquest, which is a lifelong pursuit and calls for awareness, single-mindedness, and the willingness to undergo your passage with compassion and in total trust. When this rune comes in response to a relationship issue, it indicates that the relationship is both timely and providential. The bond is a real one. There is work for you to do together. If the issue concerns devotion to a cause, an idea, or path of conduct, the warrior rune counsels perseverance, although at times the kind of perseverance called is for patience. A rune of courage and dedication in ancient times, Tiwaz was the glyph that warriors painted on their shields before battle. Now the same symbol strengthens us to our resolve to align the self with the self. Wow, I love the energy that comes from runes. I mean, do you see what I mean? Like the wow, I just got a lot of powerful energy here. So through this rune, universe is calling you to bring out that warrior energy that might be lying dormant within you right now. Okay? The warrior energy to get through anything and everything that is in your path. This is calling for more of that masculine energy at this time. Not that warrior energy cannot be feminine, but if you are looking at it from a point of duality, masculine is more of the king, the warrior, that kind of strength, that kind of energy, whereas feminine is more of the nurturing, the softer, of course still strength. There is a lot of strength in feminine energy, but that's again looking at it as in duality, in a duality sense. Okay, I don't particularly like to look at it that way. I like to encompass both masculine and feminine as one and the same, yin and yang, that kind of thing. But again, just looking at it from the form of duality that we see in this description. Okay, so universe is calling you to bring forth more of that masculine energy at this time. especially when it comes to self-conquest and allowing yourself to open up to these energies and allowing yourself to face that shadow part of yourself in order to learn and to grow and to move forward. Okay? Bring about that warrior energy when it comes to finding this more lighthearted energy and fighting away that negative energy and those negative vibes that you've been facing, Aries. Okay? So, and this part of it is only going to resonate with a certain handful of you. But if any of this has to do with a relationship, universe is reminding you that this bond is real, but there's work to be done together with your significant other. Okay? And again, it doesn't have to be a significant other. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be, wow, I can't speak. It can be platonic as well. Okay? But with relationships come work. And this relationship is definitely worth that. The bond is real. This is a real tangible thing that you have. But there is work to be done. It is what's the phrase that I'm looking for? Divine timing has a lot to do with this as well, so keep that in mind. And again, this is only going to resonate with a certain few of you, but this message does need to be expressed, okay? And furthermore, with this energy of the warrior, as important as it is to go for the things that you wanted to bring forth this warrior energy, Aries, universe is also reminding you that a big part of this energy is patience. Okay? Have patience with yourself. Have patience with the things that are going on around you, with your creative endeavors, with that partner, or with that relationship that I was just discussing. Patience is a virtue. Patience is key in moving forward in this journey. Patience with self, especially with embodying these energies and moving forward within yourself. Okay? Wow, I really do love runes. Runes are absolutely amazing. All right, and then finally, to close out this reading, we have messages from Spirit. So let's go ahead and get some messages for Aries, some closing messages for Aries for November's reading. What do we have for Aries? Anything else for Aries? I believe there's a little bit more in here for you, Aries. Let's do a couple more shuffles. Anything else for Aries? Yep. Knew it! I knew there was some more energy. Yeah. All right, that's it. Bottom of the deck, a divine partner is on your path. This will be a love like you have never known before. Wow, so there is something to do with relationships here for you, Aries. Whether you already see that divine partner in your path or that divine partner is coming, this divine partner is on your path right now. So relate that to the rune, to whoever that was supposed to resonate with. And again, even if the relationship is not here yet, that partner's coming. Be excited. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. Trust your intuition in this situation. What you are sensing is spot on. So I can't tell you what that is for you. Take that how it resonates. But the goal here is universe is telling you to trust your intuition at this time with whatever it is that you're going through, whatever situations, whatever partner you might be dealing with. It is time to trust yourself. Okay? Society makes us not trust ourselves with a lot of different things. Your intuition will never steer you wrong, and it's time to start getting more in tune and in touch with that part of yourself. Trust your intuition on whatever it is that you're dealing with, because your intuition is correct. Whether you want to consciously believe it or not, your intuition is spot on with whatever it is you're going through right now, Aries. Trust that intuition and allow it to help you to move forward. Okay? Get to know yourself. If you find you are depleted or dissatisfied in any area of your life, are you nourishing yourself? Great question to ask yourself, Aries. It's time for you to a lot of encompassing energy of stepping into yourself and figuring yourself out, figuring out what it is that you like, what it is that you don't like, the things that you want, the things that you want to achieve, the things that you want to heal and change within yourself in order to allow yourself to grow. So ask yourself if you're nourishing yourself in certain aspects of life, where certain aspects of life feel diminished or depleted, or they don't feel the way that you would like them to feel. Okay? It's time for some deep introspection, Aries. That's a big encompassing energy of what universe is trying to tell you to do right now. Take a step inward, okay? And see where these areas of life are coming in where you feel dissatisfied. Ask how you are nourishing yourself and how you're not nourishing yourself, and work on finding those things, getting to know yourself and finding those things that nourish you so that you can move forward. And that'll go back to this energy right here as well, okay? Going back to the energy of getting in touch with that inner child and really figuring out what it is that your inner child wants, because those go hand in hand. And I promise you that when you get in touch with that energy, it's going to feel so good, and you're going to start realizing things about yourself that you haven't really focused on in a while, Aries. I feel that from you. You've been putting this off for a while, and it's time to get back in touch with that. It's time to get back in touch with you. Okay? All right, Aries, that is what I have for you for November, and I will see you again for our mid-month check-in. All right? Bye!